Hello, everybody. What's up? Happy Tuesday. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. What's up, Neola? What's up, the deep one? What's up, Sunrose? What's up, Bella? What's up, Britt? What's up, Quinn K? How y'all doing on this Tuesday? Welcome to the chat. How is everybody doing? What's up, G Gill? G Hill, what's up? Oh, okay. I was just making sure y'all can hear me. What about the connection? I don't want to be going in and out and all of that type of stuff either. If y'all have any issues. So I hope y'all all had a good weekend. Okay, cool. I wanted to make sure. Yeah, I hope you guys had a good weekend. How did you guys celebrate Martin Luther King Day yesterday? Did you guys go to any parades? What's up? I see you. Oh yeah, I seen that. That's what we're on here for. We're going to talk about that, Neola. So I seen she had to follow suit with what she seen Medusa uploaded with, Little Mama talking and Little Daddy walking all over the place. So I guess she had to make sure that she made a vlog showing Little Legendary walking to his daddy and then somewhat walking to her or whatever. The title was just a minute ago, the vlog she just posted. It was titled before she changed it. Um, I'm not trying to be like nobody but me, my Jazzy's life. Then she changed it to a different title to what you see it is as of right now. So I don't know what the point of it all was, what it was for. I guess clickbait or basically you're giving yourself away. You're showing that you're truly pressed because why would you um, follow suit with a vlog that she posted if you wasn't pressed about what she got going on her channel? Why are you tuned into what she got going on and then you're trying to mimic as like we don't see what's going on here? I told y'all she was going to try to make him walk. I told y'all she was going to try to do exactly what she seen that little boy do. But see, you should have been trying to get him up on his legs so that his strength could be strong, his legs could be strong enough for him to get around and be moving around instead of crawling around. And he's 1 years old. Like, in order for a child to know what to do, they have to be taught. You know what I'm saying? It has to be learned behavior. That means that you have to, while you're sitting at home all day not doing nothing, but talking about how bored you are, you could be trying to get him up on his legs so that he can walk instead of him being in his walker. You could be helping him walk by moving his legs, things like that. Something that she does not do. She could be at home helping him exercise his legs, but how is he supposed to be doing all of that if she's not doing it? How you doing, Call Girl 74? Welcome to the chat. You know, hey Miss Jameson, welcome to the chat. Happy Tuesday. Like, she's always trying to, like you said, Neola, yeah, that's her main thing. She's always trying to prove something to somebody, and that's exactly why she gets talked about. Because if you know that your child is moving around, then what are you trying to show and prove for? And then she has the idiot sitting alongside of her. I guess he also tuned into the video too. And now all of a sudden, y'all trying to force that baby to walk when y'all haven't even been trying to get him to walk this whole entire time. Now y'all could come with vlogs with him trying to walk back and forth between the both of y'all when y'all should have been doing that. Y'all been stunning his growth. But now that y'all see somebody else doing it, now that y'all done challenged somebody to show their lives and that y'all done got absolutely shitted on, now all of a sudden y'all can come with a vlog. And that whole entire vlog was based up on Legendary and Chris. The Davis's 4 kids, it was just music playing when they was on the video. That was it. That was all. She's trying to get him to say rooster, trying to get him to say cow, trying to get him all the trying to do all these this extra shit that she knows she haven't been trying to get him to do. Now all of a sudden she's reading books and she wants us to see him reading books, like you trying to upstage what she uploaded, when that's actually her reality and what she's actually experiencing. We actually seen that little boy getting up, going and running around on his own without no help, doing what a 1-year-old does, what a 2-year-old does, or however old he may be, 1.5, whatever. If you're not worried nor if you're concerned about somebody and what they got going on, just like you want them to do the same thing when it comes to you, then why are you on her channel with your notifications on, seeing what her content is all about, and here you are trying to mimic it? I thought you said you were going to be posting 5 times a week. You didn't post yesterday. At least I didn't see anything. Or was that when you posted? No, you posted him walking the other day. Yeah, I just knew you would do it. You just had to, right? Keep him out of that walker and keep him from being out of that playpen in that crib, and maybe he will just get up and start walking. I mean, it's a great, wonderful thing that he has decided to start taking steps. I bet if you stop keeping him caged up, then he would most definitely start moving around like he's supposed to. But he can't move around if he has nowhere to move around to. Like, what is the point of being in competition? It's not about being in competition when it comes to being a mother. It's about being one. That's what it's about. Oh yeah, when I used to watch antics, when I used to watch Paw Patrol, yeah, she never sat down and read no books to them. All the way up until this point, it took them for them to get off into school for somebody to say something to them about them needing speech therapy, and her actually going after all this time we've been telling her that that's what they needed. It took for them to force her to go and take them to get the help that they needed. This whole time that she has been told, and they've been right there in her face, and she's been a stay-at-home mom. But yes, she couldn't see that her kids were struggling to speak. Not just those twins, but all of them. But she's trying to get Legendary to say rooster, like I said, and cow, and all of these big words and shit. He's not even saying mama and dada, nothing like that. But that's good that you're trying to read to him, but make sure that this not for just for the camera. That's something that you're supposed to do continuously so that he can learn and that he can be able to speak. That's how they learn to talk. Not just for the camera because you want us to say ooh and ah, and using him just for content. Because that whole entire vlog she just uploaded was just about him, only him. Don't be doing that shit just for content. You got to make sure that you be consistent with teaching your child at home. It's not just for people that are supposed to be helping your child to learn. It's for you to be doing it as well. But trying to upstage Medusa by trying to read books and him walking and him doing all of this. Now, if you give him that spoon that you be feeding him with so he's able to feed himself, he will also be able to learn that way too. If you choose to keep feeding him, he's not going to want to feed himself. Like, you have to remember who's the parent and who's the child. In order for him to learn, you have to teach him. He cannot learn by himself. If you're sitting up there putting a spoon up in his mouth when he should be able to hold one, or you should be at least teaching him how to. They have spoons that will not poke him or hurt him. You know, the spoon that you be using, you're still feeding him baby food when he can eat table food. Like, he can eat more solid foods than just eggs and shit like that, but you only want to give him what you want to give him because you're too lazy to really get up and do anything when it comes to your kids, period. Especially when he's not there. You know, your boyfriend, when he's done disappeared or went somewhere and you don't know where he's at. That's why you didn't go live the whole entire weekend. We're just seeing you upload a vlog today. You was missing in action for 3 days. Now, all of a sudden, you can upload content where you got this little boy walking when you should have been helping him walk this whole entire time. You've been at home saying that you are a stay-at-home mom. That's what stay-at-home moms do. If you know you have a child that's not meeting their milestones and you're not choosing to sit up there and tell the pediatrician what you're experiencing at home, then listen. You have some nerve to sit up there and title law I'm not trying to be like nobody, then what was the point of you making that your title? And what was your point of um making it something else if that's not how you felt? Like, she don't want to clean up his mess. If he makes up a mess, that's the part of learning. Like, if he's not making a mess, then he won't know, how's he going to learn and grow? She's stunting his growth. And then she be wondering why people have something to say, like, you're broadcasting this shit for us to look at, and then you get mad when somebody speak up on what you're choosing not to do when it comes to these kids and shit like that. Then let me tell you something. I seen that post that this is off topic of what I was talking about, but I want to talk about this as well. These people be losing their minds on this internet because these content creators be acting like they don't understand that the people, like, the ones that are watching me right now, you guys are the ones that absolutely make the channel and make the channel pop and make somebody who they are. You may have the talent, you may have the personality or the fluence or whatever the case may be, but without these people tuning in, you cannot say that you're not helping me pay my bills or you're not feeding me because of peaches. Yes, they are. If they're tuning into your content, then they're indeed feeding you, because without them tuning into what you are doing or what you are uploading, you wouldn't be not making that money that you over there boasting and bragging about. So let's just be very, very clear. So I wanted to say that because these people be acting like they don't understand that we contribute to the cost of every 21st of the month when they get paid or whatever, vice versa. But if you sitting at home all day, Jasmine, and you know that you're not contributing to your kids and you're making money off of them by exploiting them, and then you get on here and you're only doing shit for content, I don't know why you feel like somebody's supposed to praise you for the things that you're supposed to do, because if you're laying down and you're making babies, bitch, you're supposed to be a mother. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't understand why these grown women have to have pat on their backs about the things that real mothers do every day. Some mothers do way more than what they do on the day-to-day basis, like go to school, go to work, and take care of their children all by themselves with no help. But these broads got the whole internet helping them, and they still be struggling, panhandling, indirect subliminally begging over the internet, and then say somebody is hating off of them. They must be broke. They waiting for somebody to cash out them some money. That's why she got on her talking about how tired she was the other day. That's why she was sitting up there laying in the bed or on the floor, or wherever she was, saying how tired she was because she was wanting somebody to feel sorry for her. Talking about she don't know what she's going to cook for just them three. Well, you need to figure it out, because you don't ever try to figure out what you're trying to cook for those Davis's kids when they there. You sure don't. You never do. So why all of a sudden you need somebody to give you some sound advice as to what you need to feed them? Like, what this don't even make no sense. But yeah, super pressed, like I said, because that whole entire vlog was dedicated to Medusa. Yeah, she watched that vlog that was uploaded with Chris's daughter, articulating herself very well, and that little baby, like I said, running around like he was supposed to at his age. Like I said, when you stunt your kids' growth, you cannot expect for them to meet their milestones. You cannot, especially if you're not allowing them to move around at the time they're supposed to, and you're not doing what you're supposed to as a parent while you're there with them. Keeping them sleep because you don't want to be bothered, keeping them in a playpen and shit like that, not teaching him that he needs to stop throwing things, because he can't go nowhere with that type of behavior, picking up stuff. You think that type of stuff is funny, but you also need to be teaching him that he don't need to be doing that. Like, those type of things can be taught. Anything can be taught at an early age if you're consistent enough with it. But if you're not being consistent with shit that you got going on when it comes to your kids, you cannot expect for them to learn and grow. And this is where she has the problem. But doing things for content because you want somebody to look at you like they were looking at Medusa, like, what is the point? Why is this got to be a competition against the moms instead of you just being one? Because I'll be damned if I be in competition with the next bitch about my parenting. When I know that I'm supposed to be responsible for these kids that I laid down and had, you know what I'm saying? And I'm super trying to upstage what the next woman is doing when it comes to my kids, and I know it's not genuine. I'm just doing it for content. Now you ain't been uploading nothing like this. Now all of a sudden here we go. But then again, he has not been getting up trying to get up and walk. He's been in the walker because he has not been able to get up and walk by himself due to the fact he's been confined. Just like his siblings, just in a different way. Now you at home all day and you're not even trying to help your kids the way that you should. So what is the point of you being at home if you're not going to help your kids? And what's the point of you saying a day in the life of a single of not a well, you should put a single mom. I was right. Now all of a sudden he's popping up here and there, all up and through the vlogs and shit like that. Trying to play like he's this excellent father, he's this excellent dad. When he's not. She be happy when she's able to even get a glimpse of him when he is there so that she can put it in her content. Like she sit up there with that. That seemed so creepy. I was sitting up there watching that vlog, how she had that camera on him, and he probably didn't even know she was recording him because she didn't have it directly off in his face. It was just kind of like creepy. Like if you got to sneak to get him on certain clips and shit like that, you need to quit. What's the point? Because half of the time he act like you don't want to be on the camera anyway. So why even continuously to keep embarrassing yourself? You may think that you have some prize, but if you did, you would have the help that you need instead of having to get on here and getting it from your subscribers. Let's just be clear on that. So we gonna see if she's gonna try to use her tax money to jump ship on that contract she just, or the lease she just signed, because she just signed a lease not too long ago. So therefore, it's not going to be up that quick, that fast. And that wouldn't be no smart, bright idea. But since he runs her and tells her what to do, as we see, then that's what she's going to do for him because he tells her what to do. But when I seen that vlog, I was just like, yeah, here we go. You know, a couple of days when I seen her upload the walking video, I already knew what that was going to be about. She probably will buy him a new car. They're going to have something new, splurging on something. It's going to be something that she splurge on him. That's if she don't let him take her money and so-called flip it. Let me know if my internet is going in and out. Let me know, y'all. Okay, because I see my bars kind of going in and out. Yeah, Neola, most definitely. That's exactly what it's about. But what's the point? There's no point in trying to prove anything. Especially when you know that the shit that you're doing is just basically for people to get on here and drag your ass even more for the things that you know that you're not really doing for your kids. Like I said, she was MIA for the weekend. We didn't see her. She didn't get on here and go live or nothing like that. She didn't do anything. I guess she felt some type of way over the weekend because I sure was expecting for her to go live, even for her to get on here yesterday, but she didn't. So we're going to see what the content consists of for the rest of this week if she's going to force that boy to keep trying to walk. Don't try to force him to do anything. If he's not ready, he's not ready. When he chooses to, he'll get up and he'll get up himself and he'll walk. But don't try to force his legs to do something that they're not prepared or ready for, even though they should be. But they're not due to the fact of you not allowing him to be able to move around like he's supposed to. Oh, yeah, and I also wanted to talk about Olivia's live as well. Oh, yeah. See, I see that she still haven't learned. She's still on here talking shit as usual. So she got on her the other day, and she was talking about people being stuck on stupid. So I guess she's seen that I said that she was stuck on stupid. I don't know if people trying to zap my live. I feel like that's what was happening the last time, too. And that's why my live kept buffering. But anyways, anywho, I'm going to keep on going. Yes, you do need to stop putting him in that walker. Yes, he was supposed to be going to therapy while he had that helmet, but she did not ever take him to therapy because she had so many excuses as to why this was that and that was this and how come how she that was too much and how she had to drive this far for him to go get his all types of stuff. You know, she came with all types of excuses is what she did. Exactly, Britt. That's what I'm talking about. She hasn't allowed him to exercise his leg muscles enough. So yeah, don't be trying to force him. He'll be ready. He'll get ready when he get ready. He'll be ready when he gets ready and he gets up to walk. But back to Olivia's ass and her talking shit the other day. Um, yeah, she was basically talking about some type of gag order. So do y'all know something about a gag order? Is she not supposed to be getting on here talking about her court situation or her private affairs anymore when it pertains to her husband? Is that what it is? Because I seen that's what she titled her video with something about a gag order, and I guess somebody said that they were going to expose it. She was basically saying that she just feels like she no longer wants to talk about her situation between her and her baby's father and her kids anymore because um, she just don't. So that's why she haven't. So she's been on this weight loss journey that she says that she's on. And she got on here doing her exercises or whatever the other day and whatnot. Good for you because you really do need it. You need to. The way you be getting on her talking shit. But yeah, she was like, people are stuck on stupid. She can care less as to what people are uploading, but she keeps getting on her talking about the same thing in circles, and I have no understanding as to why. But it was something due to the fact that she was saying that she had yeah, I guess her husband finally decided to make her be quiet because, see, if you had a lawyer, Olivia, they would have told you that things that are handled in court should never be brought to the public for people to be able to talk about, speculate, or assume anything when it comes to anything that's going on that has to do with you having to go before a judge. But see, you feel like, just like Jasmine, y'all both are two peas in a pod. Y'all have to get on here and show and prove to people about the things that are people are saying maybe on Instagram or on other platforms or what you may see in other people's comments or what reactors have came up with. Y'all have to always get on here and rebuttal some shit. So that's why you feel like you have to get on here and talk about your court affairs when you know you shouldn't, or you shouldn't be doing it, but you do it anyway because you feel some type of way when people get on here and talk about your business that you have came on here time and time and time and time again and exploited when it was beneficial to whatever it is that you were trying to do. But when we, or when I choose to talk about what you are doing on your channel, then you feel like people are too invested. The reactors are too invested in what you got going on in your private life. But when you feel like it's going to be beneficial to you and it's going to bring coins to your pocket, you have no problem with coming to the internet talking about your ex-husband and the woman that's helping him with your kids. No problem at all. So if anybody's stuck on stupid, it's you. And another thing, I've never seen a woman that don't have all her kids in her custody that's always talking about a new Tom, Dick, and Harry every chance that she gets. Like, your priorities are all in the wrong place. Instead of you worrying about how you could go about getting your kids back in your house, you always worried about somebody that you can replace with the man that's no longer in your house anymore. Your husband that you wish that you met, that you miss so much. Gerard. No matter how many men you choose to run through, you're never going to replace him because he doesn't want you. So if anybody is stuck on stupid as you because you act like a little ass girl that's running around her, that you act like you don't know that your kids is not with you. And the reason of that being is because of decisions and choices that you chose to make. And then you went in court and committed perjury about your coworker that's the father of your son over there. That makes it even worse. Mm-hmm. So if anybody's stuck on stupid, ma'am, it would definitely, most definitely be you. For you to get on here and lose your entire family on YouTube because you couldn't keep your mouth closed because this is what you choose to do and this is what you want to do, but it has not been beneficial to you in any way, shape, or form. You have lost everything in front of us. And then you get on her and talk shit and say that people are preying on your downfall. And it's bad that women are not uplifting women when they see other women hurting. Nobody's laughing at your pain, but you make a mockery out of it when you get on here on YouTube and you can't seem to be quiet. And you talked all the shit that you done talked about your ex-husband and the situation that y'all have now. All of a sudden you on hush hush mode and you can't seem to stop using your content when you say you're not bothered. You're getting on here talking about what the reactors are saying in regards to your situation. My thing of it is that if people are on here bothering you so much about your court documents and they keep pulling up your private information or whatever, how come you can't, you talk about being this boss bitch like you say you are or like you claim to be, then how come you can't put your money where your mouth is and take care and handle your business when it comes to that? Oh, okay, Rapping BK. She was put on a gag order. She was put on a gag order by request of Gerard attorney and could not talk about the case or him on social media. Oh, okay. That's good. About time. About time. It's about that time because she talks entirely too much. And maybe that's good for her because she was gonna keep on talking and keep on talking until she talked her ass into a hole. So maybe that's good for her so that she can be quiet because it don't make any sense anyway. Why does it have to be the public's business about what they're going through when it pertains to those children? Hey, Black Butterfly, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. What's up, Lala? Welcome to the chat. As he should be, Kay. He needs to. Because the thing, if she's going to be using the kids to be vindictive towards him, or if she's going to be using this social media as a weapon towards him, then yeah, he needs to also not only get make her be quiet to where she cannot talk about this on here anymore. He also needs to make sure that those kids are no longer being able to be put on social media as well, since he's the one that permanently has them in his custody. Yes, so I do agree and do that. Because it seems like every time that she has them, she can have them for a split hot second or whatever. But then again, sometimes she chooses not to record when she goes and picks them up, and then she does when she wants us to know, when she feels like she wants to create or make a scene and get on her knees for content, every time they make their transition as far as like dropping the kids off or whatever. But yeah, if she's going to be using the kids to be vindictive, then yeah, that needs to be set in place as well, because who needs to be why should he have to deal with her being childish when all he's trying to do is see to it that she has a relationship with those kids, even though he has them permanently. It's not his fault that she made the decisions that she made, and these are the consequences that she has to deal with. But it seems to me the more that what she's concerned with the most is having a new man other than getting her kids. And that's why her kids is not with her right now. And if she keep on going the way that she's going, the route that she is going, then eventually that baby that she's choosing not to show, little Zolo that's over there, little musically inclined, she said he be over there making beats and shit. He's not going to be in her custody either. He sure will not be. So I'm just saying. Like, for real. Tuna got baby solo over there stuck in a walker. Yeah, stay stuck in that walker while she's on live, popping her shit too. And then that baby is always at home with her mama. Like, when you have a child that small, like you up and running up and down the streets instead of being at home with your child as well. She's trying to get him to speak and trying to get him to do all these things too. Like, these are things that y'all should have been doing and using as content this whole entire time. But the drama is so much fulfilling for them. That's what they choose to entertain, but they swear and claim up and down, like I said, they don't watch the reactors. People send things to them, and that's why they react. And they react and say what they say because somebody sent it to them and they just had to rebuttal whatever's being said. The title over there changed so quick and so fast because Miss Press Jasmine over there changed it. I'm not trying to be like nobody but me. Yeah, apparently you are. And that's why you uploaded that video forcing your son to walk. But that's good that he did try to take some steps, like for real. That's good. That's the effort. He'll get there. But don't force him. You know, try to get down with him and help him, you know. All of that type of shit like you're supposed to while you're at home all day doing nothing. Black Butterfly, Olivia moved back to Texas because for one it was getting too expensive for her to drive back and forth from Florida. Not drive, go back from Florida to Texas, Texas to Florida. She have all of these different court cases, especially with her not even paying her child support like she's supposed to. Then she's sabotaging her income, by over there. It's supposed to be a family channel, whatever she got going over there. But yet, I guarantee you, videos are all in the yellow because of the F bombs. Her and Jasmine both be dropping on those videos. They're gonna be one of those content creators, like I've been telling y'all, that's gonna wake up one day and it's gonna completely vanish, especially as far as being a monetized family channel. It will be. But yeah. Olivia thought a lot of things. She thought by going to Texas that she was going to be able to sabotage her husband. And the things that he had going on. That's why she was caught on the ring light cam, or the ring, whatever thing that is, camera thing on his door or whatever. She was going to go there to cause problems. It was not really to be close to those kids like she claimed, because if that was the case, that would be her goal this year. When people asked her what was her goals, she would have been telling them, my goal is to get my children back. I want my kids back in my custody. I want to see what it is that I can do to get my kids back in my home with me permanently. That's what she would have been telling people. But instead, she's too busy looking for a man because she's still trying to find herself. Not trying to go off topic, but have y'all heard of Jazz X Mod now living in the Salvation Army shelter with her 3 kids? Who are you talking about, Bella? Which one? Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about her ex Mod Jasmine? Or which one? Let us know. Y'all hear Jalen back there making all that noise. She doesn't want those kids back. No, she don't. Because if she did, she would do everything to get those kids back, and that would truly be her main focus. But as we see, her focus is on something totally different. I need to catch up on y'all's comments. Oh, that's sad. Hmm, that's interesting. But why in a shelter? Like, what in the world? Well, I pray that things change for her, because the shelter's not no place for a mother and her kids to be. Shelters can be dangerous places. What's up, Tate? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Hold on, y'all. Hold on just a second. I'm still looking at y'all's comments. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back. Jazz doesn't even wipe the kid's nose. No, she don't. She'll let Legendary take pictures with his nose all snotty with mismatch what you call it on this what you call it mittens or whatever you call those things on his hands. Um, all types of stuff. She don't care. They don't care about their kids. Period. That's what they don't. I forgot what the name of her channel is. You talking about Jasmine's X Mod? I don't know what the name of her channel is. I have no clue. I know it's something Jasmine, something like that. Ain't no telling what it is, honey. But that's sad if her and her kids is off in the shelter. I know that. That's really sad. I don't know how she ended up there. What's up, Rachel? Welcome to the chat. hmm But back to what I was talking about, though. Yeah, Olivia's focus need to be about getting those kids back in her custody instead of chasing men around Texas. But that's what a lot of women do. Um, you know, a lot of women choose to chase men and choose to ignore their kids and not even pay attention to them. And that's why there's a lot of broken adults walking around here not knowing who they are or what to do and things like that because, um, they had parents that did not care, like Jasmine and Olivia. They too busy wrapped up within the man instead of worrying about their kids. Makes no sense. Oh yeah, that's what it is. House of Jasmine. Yeah, you got it, Bella. House of Jasmine. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's sad. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Well, I guess y'all better pray for her. I guess if she ever sent Jasmine something, Jasmine should be nice enough to send her something. Mm-hmm. Hey, Miss Graver, welcome to the chat. I didn't see you come in. But yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, Jasmine said she was gonna get up here on here and she was gonna upload her video and she was gonna show Legendary moving those legs, honey. So we gonna see if she's gonna continue to be consistent with trying to help him move his legs like he's supposed to. Because when you have a child that's been confined like that, it's hard for them to use their legs like they're supposed to. Just like he ended up with the helmet on it. And she always wants to say that people always tries to nitpick on her subscribers over there to say, people think that they're perfect. No, this is really just to bring awareness to new mothers that may be watching her channel because that girl has a lot of young girls that are 18, 19, 20 years old that are having kids. They having like 5 and 12 kids at 25 and shit like that. That this is not the way to go about being a mother when you're supposed to be one. It just isn't. It's not nothing cute about it. No man should ever come before your children. So this is more of educational purpose. This is not just a nitpick or just to point out these individuals. These women just choose to get on here and show this piss poor shit, and then they say people are too invested, but yet they like to share these things every single day or every other day or when they hit their live button. So you cannot get mad at what you choose to let be shown on the internet when you are the one showing it. And that's just that on that. And if you're going to have kids and stuff, and when you're going to have kids and you want to keep having more and more and more, you shouldn't act like you're just a new mother. And you don't know what to do when you have more children than the one that you're sitting up there acting like you're struggling with being a mother to, when we're not even being a mother to the ones that you already done had, and then you want more and more and more, and they're encouraging you to have more. That's another thing without taking accountability, and then people be wondering why they be struggling, not be able to pay bills and not be able to take care of their kids and stuff like that because they put themselves in situations to where they bite way more off than what they can chew by having more kids than they can afford. You have to be able to be a mother, like seriously. That's very important, and I cannot stress that enough. And with these women, it just seems like it's just like, what the hell? What are you really teaching your daughters? And that's another thing too. This is all a learning experience. What are you teaching your daughters to be? What type of footsteps are you telling them to follow? You couldn't possibly want your daughters to be like y'all. You should always want your kids to be better than you. The same thing when it came to you growing up in your household. You should always want. I know you look up to your parents, but they may have made mistakes, and those mistakes they may have made. You may not want to make those same mistakes with your children, but you have people that it's a generational curse for some. If it's a mindset. If they choose to keep it going, you pass it down. You're never supposed to let your kids think, or your daughters think, or your sons think that somebody is more important than you are. And then as a grown woman and as a grown man, you should be able to fend and take care of yourself without having to get on her panhandle and come up with sob stories and having people to take care of you and your kids. Complete total strangers. You don't even know who's doing what for you, but you willing to accept it and get on her finessing people about their money. Any and everybody that gets on here and decides to be a content creator, if they choose to get on here and take advantage of people, I see that there's people that they can take advantage of, because there's people that enable stupid shit and then say other people are too invested. If you're watching the channel just like I am, then you're trying to stay tuned into what's going on as well. So, and then not to mention also tuning into what the reactors are saying, because what they be saying about the reactors is really funny. Like, why are you tuning into the shit that you have a problem with? Like, come on now. Like, what's really going on? And then you have to do things for content as far as regarding your kids, and knowing that you're not really going to be consistent as far as like seeing to it that you're doing what you're supposed to. She says that she canceled therapy because her house wasn't clean, but you there all day. So what's up with that? That's another thing. Stunting your kids' growth. And that contributes to that as well. Because why is your house not clean if you know that they coming or whatever, whether she scheduled it out later or whatever or whatnot, it doesn't matter. She probably scheduled it out the time, or Chris was probably there and she probably didn't want the therapist to see him, because we have never seen the therapist there while Chris was there, huh? Never, not one time. I've never seen Chris there while the therapist was there. Chris is always gone. He probably was there, but let her tell that the reason why she canceled the therapy session is because the house wasn't clean. That's not no real reason why you should cancel a therapy session, especially when you're not getting off of work. Your work is at home. But let her tell her she was bored the other day. That's exactly what she said. She was bored and she didn't have nothing to do, but she didn't think to get up and clean her house that day. And that could have been the same day too. Yeah, too many excuses. Too many excuses. Just like she gonna have so many excuses when she get their money and she don't do nothing for them at the end of whenever she go and file her taxes and get her money back. She's gonna do she's gonna do a little bit for content, and then she's gonna what's up, dope as ever? Welcome to the chat. She's gonna do a little content on it or whatever, and then after that, honey, I'm trying to tell you. Jalen, come here. Come here now. Let me ask you a question real quick. Come here, Jalen. Yes, come here. Why are you back there screaming help? What's going on? What's the problem, son? What? What happened? Boy, that's so old. Are you okay? Yeah. What? Hold on, y'all. Let me see what my child wants. What is Okay, y'all, I'm back. No, I've never heard of that person. Repping BK. Thank you, Neola. That boy back there watching something education. I don't know what that boy. That boy back there playing with his food and his kitchenette set as well. Of course, she's gonna always make excuses, Neola. That's all she know to do. But why make excuses when this is your job and this is what your job pertains? You supposed to see to it that your kids are doing what they're supposed to do. You cannot say that you're a stay-at-home mom and have kids that are in need of your help and you're not helping them. But content is what you base your shit off of. Is by saying, okay, this is what I'm doing for y'all. Since this is what y'all want me to do, then I'm gonna do this for y'all. Since y'all keep talking about it, then let me go ahead and put this content out. But she did say that she wanted to capture more clips with Legendary and Chris. So that's the first video. I guess there's going to be more of them and none of the Davises for. We're just going to see music playing over them when they are around until they leave and go to their father's house. Oh yeah, I do remember that. You know what? I forgot to speak on that. She was saying that she helped some woman out that was in need. Did anybody ever find out what woman she was talking about? I see Black Butterfly didn't know what woman she was talking about. You know, she probably made that. More than likely, that girl made that shit up. She was just like, well, you guys, basically, I was just watching someone that was just in need, and I really don't want to say her name. Well, and what's the point of you getting her even speaking or talking about it? She said that she helped somebody that was really in need, and all types of shit. But we already know good and damn well that she always have to tell her subscribers, well, if you guys can get me to this, that, and the third, then I'll do a giveaway. You should be giving a whole lot of giveaways all the damn time because somebody is always giving to you. And that's just on some real shit. As much as those people go out of their way to help you with your grown ass, like you a little ass girl, you should be giving all types of giveaways all the time when it comes to those people. Those people shouldn't have to get you to nothing or nowhere. You should be on here always trying to say, you know what, I'm gonna look out for y'all because y'all always look out for me. It's always somebody in her comment section talking about they need some help, but she don't ever say that she's gonna try to reach out and help them or anything like that. She doesn't. But all the beds and all the toys and all the furniture that these people done bought her, she's an ungrateful bitch. I'm gonna just call it. There's no way in hell that y'all will be doing stuff for me and my children, and I wouldn't be getting over here making it my business to see to it that I give y'all some giveaways. Like I'm supposed to. If you give to me, I give to you, or whatever. Y'all don't even have to give me nothing for y'all to give me giveaways. I'm not gonna get over here and say, well, if y'all can get me to such and such by sharing me out, then I'm gonna start doing giveaways. No, I'm gonna give giveaways because y'all support me. That's why I'm gonna give giveaways, not because y'all done shared me out or whatever. It's because y'all enter into the chat. Even if y'all don't enter into the chat, y'all choose to stay in the bushes or whatever. That's still support. Whether you like me, don't like me, or whatever, you're still supporting the chat. You still support the channel. You know what I'm saying? You give back because your people support you. You don't have to sit up and tell, well, if I can get this video to 1K, then I'll drop another vlog. Like, ain't that your job to do anyways, to drop vlogs for your people? Ain't that why they subscribe to your channel? Like, conduct business a little bit better, to maybe you could get more people to watch you and actually take time out that day to even see what you got going on. But yeah, she ain't finna be doing no giveaway. She always talking about she's gonna give something away, and then she talking about whoever that was, and I think she posted a link, and I think I may have clicked on it, and it didn't even go to anywhere that I could remember. Like, who is this person that you supposedly helped, that you say you helped so much? Dope as ever, you already know it, honey, and she knows it too. That's why she was MIA for the weekend. We seen her the last time talking about she was bored and she was laying and didn't feel good. She didn't know what was wrong with her. Oh, her allergies is all over the place. And shit, bitch, go to the doctor and get you some seasonal allergy medication from the doctor. They'll prescribe you some. Why do you always get on here complaining about things that you need to go talk to other people about? That is not on the internet. Like, come on now. That's how you know you're not creative enough to really make content. especially when you have to keep asking the same thing over and over, repeatedly asking people what type of content ideas you should put on your channel. When people keep telling you, get out more with you and your kids, do more content with you and your kids, but you want to do content about you, Chris, and Legendary, bitch. Like, come on now. Exactly, dope as ever. That's why she says it so much, because you should only listen. If my allergies is acting up and you hear me sniffling, and if you want to take my sniffling as it being something else, then that's on you. But I'm not gonna keep on her saying it's my allergies, it's my allergies, it's my allergies to try to convince you that it's my allergies. Because if I tell you that it's my allergies and you say that it's something else, then it's gonna be something else if that's what you want to think. And I told you what it is, and I know what it is. I'm not gonna keep repeating my damn self. But she tells indirectly on herself all the time. She always telling on herself dope as ever. So of course it's a cover up to of something else. And if it's not, she really need to quit and cut that shit out, because it's not cute to be having somebody even insinuate or think that you even playing with your nose like that. I believe that she does have allergies and shit, but she over exaggerates any and everything, especially when the weather somewhat acts up. She has to put on extra super thick about it being extra super cold, when she probably had ever experienced what people like blizzards and things like that, which we get tornadoes. What you talking about? You hear tearing up shit, girl. The other night, Christopher said his eyes was red because he was tired. Yeah, he also indirectly tells himself too, and he also said that he does not indulge in things that is not good for him. And he's alive too. He was up there drinking like a fish. That's not good for you. Not too much of it. Exactly, Black Butterfly. She know what it is. She know exactly what it is. But yeah, it was just them over the weekend, but there was no content with them going anywhere, going out on the town, eating, no out to eat food, no takeout, no nothing, honey. So yeah, she must be broke over there until the 21st of the month, and that's what, next week. Yeah, that's next week. So she'll have some money next week, and they'll be happy and jipper again, and they'll be cooking steaks and shrimps while the kids asleep. Mm-hmm. Well, let her tell it. She says people want her man. This is proof that she wants my man. She also changed that title as well when she had that title up, just like she changed this last vlog's title. Mm-mm-mm. You said he had some type of baggie in his hand while he was on live. He probably did, and that's why she got up and said that she had to go and check the food and all of that. They make things so obvious. Like I said, if that's not what it is, then that's what it seems to be. I already know Southside Black Butterfly. That's why she better keep it cute on that family channel. You sure right, Rachel. Only a crazy woman will want to take care of a grown ass man. You sure right. She got that. She can have that. Cause if she's one of those women that just don't mind it. She don't mind giving up all her funds for his love and his affection, honey. I don't know nothing about no shit like that. Paying no man to stay. So yeah, she got it. But yeah, only a woman like Jasmine will take a man that does not provide or take care of what he's supposed to take care, especially his responsibility when it comes to his kids. Yeah. Hmm. No real woman, only a woman like her. And that's exactly why she's the one putting up with him. And like I said, she thinks that she has a prize because he's there with her. But what makes it so cold and what makes it so bad is that he's there with her and he's not assisting or helping her with anything that she needs help with. That's what makes it so bad. So that's why I titled this Checkmate. That's exactly why I titled it Checkmate, because honey, the checkmate is on you. Like, it's everything on you. All the money, anything, everything is all on you. Let's just be very clear as to what it really is, so that you don't forget. Another thing, these women be allowing these men to use them for their tax money. They only come around when the tax money is around. And then as soon as the tax money is around, these clowns be disappearing. Like a man dipping around in your car, ain't worried about getting his own car, worried about getting his own funds, because he already know that you come with all of the benefits and he don't have to do too much of a nothing. How you doing, Ebony? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. I have no complaints. I really don't. It could always be worse, you know. But this is sad. But this type of stuff happens every single day. Like I said, not to single out these women, but these women are prime examples of what not to be or whatever. You got some women that think that what they got going is okay and it's cool or whatever, and that's their prerogative to think and feel how they want to, as it is mine as well, you know. But this is not the way to go about it. It really isn't. Like getting on here exploiting your children and you don't have anything to show up for what you got going on. Like, really, if you were to leave today, you have nothing like to leave them. You know, I will at least want to get over here and brag about building my channel up and have something to show for it. And it damn sure is not to be talking about these broads right here. It's just really to bring awareness to all things, to advocate for children and these women out here that need to do better by making better decisions. You have to be accountable about the decisions that you choose to make. It's not always the men that's out here doing these women wrong. It could be vice versa. It could go hand in hand or whatever. But Jasmine is choosing to go through what she's going through to be different if she was a woman by herself without no kids. But when you have children and you have small kids that are looking up to you, they're not teenagers, they're not grown, you know, they're really not old enough to know, but you're making their minds, you're molding their minds into some bullshit, and you know the way that you're raising them is not right, and you having people to have to step in to force you to be a mother and tell you what to do when they shouldn't have to. That's sad as hell. And then you have a mother that really don't want to interfere what you got going on, because your business is your business. But at the same time, those kids are there. And it's like, you know, if awareness have to be brought, if the awareness have to be brought by reactors reacting to what's going on over there, then I guess it is what it is, because somebody needs to speak up and say something about it for the kids, because they're innocent in all of this. How you doing, Flax? Welcome to the chat. Haven't seen you in a long time. No see, girl. Welcome. Oh yeah, he has flags. He has found one. He's locked and loaded in with her. He's not going nowhere. He really ain't. He will, but he will come back. Like, that's just something that everybody has to understand with that situation. The same thing if she was by herself when Philip got out. When Philip got out, if she was available, Philip would have been right over there with her and those kids. But since that wasn't the case, she had already had Chris there. She had already moved him in, right? So this is her new love. She's going to ride and rock and roll with this until the wheels fall off. She's not going to ever let him go. But I guarantee you, whenever he wants to do whatever he wants to do, he's going to do it. She'll get mad, but she's going to still allow him to be there and come there whenever he wants to. Drive her car, get her money, or whatever else that he wants to get. Get on here and talk shit to the subscribers that support her and her kids. You know, you want to talk about somebody coming to your place of business. You want to talk about his baby mama being disrespectful, but it's okay for him to be disrespectful and call these women bitches and call these women peasants when he wants to, whenever he feels like he wants to hit that live button. Because he gets in his feelings about what he claims to be unbothered by. But his stupid ass said, let the comments rock. I just want to see what their comments say, but I don't care. Now, what kind of logical sense does that make? What kind of logical sense does that make to say, let the comments rock? I don't care what they talking about. I just want to see what they have to say. Do you really now? Oh yeah, once her channel is no longer there and she's no longer on here no more to reap those benefits no more. But I guarantee you though, that's not gonna stop her from going to Instagram or Facebook, and that's not gonna stop those idiots from sending her no cash apps either, because they're gonna feel so sorry for her, and they're gonna feel like, oh, it's because of the reactors that she's no longer on here to able to feed her kids. Because they say, well, why would you want somebody to lose their job? Why would you want somebody to lose their kids? First of all, nobody can do either one of those things unless that person makes that shit happen them damn selves. Okay. Let's just be clear on that. Nobody can make nobody lose their kids unless they're doing some shit to lose their kids. So can't nobody make somebody lose their job unless they're doing something to lose their job. There's things set in place for people that want to play with people like that. And it's up to you to see to it that you take action towards whatever it is that's causing you problems within your life. But see, these people cause these issues for themselves. So therefore, who is it that they're going to pinpoint the finger at? They ain't going to tell on themselves. That's why they have no choice but to get on her and pop their shit. Because they not finna go to no court with it. They not. They're not going to go to no court about anything that's being said about anything. That's why he said he don't care. You don't care because it's the truth. And that's exactly why you need to go ahead and stay away from Paris, because she don't need you. She don't. Every child needs their father, a real one. Yes. But don't no child need no father that feels like he's going to be in and out playing hokey pokey and shit like that. No. No. No little one, no little girl, no little boy deserves that. If you're going to be present and you're going to be a father that's going to be there for your child, no woman should have to track you down or trace you down. Clown. No. You will be there. Like, seriously. And no woman, no real woman is going to be backing a man that knows that this is another thing. This is another learning experience. No real woman on this earth is going to be sitting up there with a man that knows that he does not take care of the kids that he helped father with these other women. I could care less as to how you feel about him when you shouldn't feel nothing about him in the first place. I used to get into it with my husband's baby mama all the time, and that's because she was very disrespectful with her mouth. It had nothing to do with the fact that she would not allow him to see his daughter, because see, that was her problem if she didn't want him to see her. But let me tell you something. That wasn't going to be the excuse as to why he didn't see her, because oh yeah, he was going to see her and he did. But when I felt like that was going to become something that I had to keep saying to him, more like a mother than his wife, oh, then hell no, it's time for me to get up out of there, because I'll be damned if I have a kid with this man knowing that this is the type of shit that she's experiencing with him already having a daughter that's already here present on earth. That would have been foolish of me. I didn't care if I was his wife or not, bitch. I'm not one of those that's going to sit up there and be with my husband knowing that he's choosing to do what he's doing, and knowing that this chick is very disrespectful, knowing that I've been nothing but respectful because of him being the father of that child. Oh, no. And there's no way in hell. No. No. It's up to you to be a father to your kid. Forcing a man to be a father to his kid is not something that I was going to do. That's why I chunked the deuces, bitch, before I could even think about saying I'm pregnant. I had already said I do. I wasn't going to make 2 mistakes in a row. You got me messed up. Oh, no, man. Oh, no. No, thank you. No telling what he is or what he isn't doing. I just hope that she's okay. If any damn thing, I done seen her uncle and her mother. I have yet to see him. And oh boy, when I do. But you should never have to force a man to be no father or to be nothing or be no husband or anything. If he's going to do it, he's going to do it because that's what he wants to do. And he damn sure wouldn't be waiting for nobody to help him do not a damn thing, not even you. And you shouldn't be on here trying to defend and say what you done tried to reach out and do in regards to his kid, because that's his kid. That's not your place to do that shit. And there shouldn't be no middlemen when it comes to that. No matter what you should do, have to do. If you have to create an Instagram or Facebook or whatever kind of account to talk to your child because that's what the mother said, then so be it. You have not even been present for the 10 years, so why you can't follow those simple rules? I don't think that that's hard to do. I guarantee you that if he was to go start seeing Paris, that Jasmine would want to be right there with him because she would be so insecure for him to be there with her and them by himself because she already know what it is. I guarantee you. That's exactly right now. She's trying to be in competition with Medusa in this video that she just uploaded. And that's exactly why she changed the title. I'm going to keep saying that again because that's exactly why you changed the title, Jasmine, because you pressed time, you bothered, right? By his baby mama being on YouTube. Oh, you say that everybody, hey, how you doing, Mary? You say that everybody's trying to eat up off of you, trying to make a name for themselves by eating off of your name. Well, honey, I haven't even been placing your thumbnails. I just been discussing been discussing the stupid shit that you've been doing on your channel when it involves your children. Because this is serious. Like when they say that their children are our future, they really are. And it's really sad that they have piss poor moms and piss poor fathers that are raising them and teaching them this type of shit to grow up and be just like y'all. And this is not the way to go, and this should not be the way to be, because these are supposed to be our future teacher daughters, future teachers, future lawyers, future police officers, firemen, lawyers, attorneys, all of that type of shit. They're supposed to be those type of things, but you got women like them. They're raising their kids and subjecting them to this type of bullshit, and then say that people are too invested where they have opinions. What kind of logical sense does that make? But you're exploiting your child over the internet to make a quick buck. But it doesn't reflect in your kids though. Not even at all. They sure would need them to take care of them in the next 10 years. Yeah, they might be in the next 5 years. Things can totally change. Like for real. Oh, yeah, raising local baddies. I did see that, Bella, and I was just looking like, you know what? You can barely even hold a complete total sentence, and this is not even to talk about her. But if you could say that clearly and say that you're a local baddie, oh, yeah, that's a problem. That's an issue. That is a real issue right there. Because should nobody be raising no local baddies? If I had daughters, I damn sure wouldn't be raising no local baddies, and I wouldn't be referring to myself as a bitch either. I can be that bitch though. But yeah, raising local baddies, oh no, ma'am. If you can't even barely speak, read, or anything like you're supposed to do, the last thing you should be saying is that you're a local baddie. And Jasmine just see that's what I be talking about right there. And people think that she should have more kids. And then thinking people like myself should tell her that she shouldn't have no more, and she think that type of shit is cute. There's no way in hell if I was still with my husband and my daughter was coming around, because I don't call her step shit. That's my daughter, still my daughter. Yes, my daughter. If she was still in the picture, which I'm her stepmother, and that's by law. Seriously, there's no way in hell she would be around me saying that she's a local baddie. Her mama might think that type of shit is cute if her mama still like the way that she was, the way I knew her. But it's been about 11 years since I done seen that woman. It's done been a long time. So I don't know how she is. Well, no, I seen her last year. But as far as like knowing her like I knew her, I don't know who she is now, because I ain't been nowhere around her or my daughter within these 10 years. Or my husband. So I don't know. But what I will say, there's no way in hell if she was around me that she would be saying that she's a local baddie. Like, what are you teaching your daughter to be, or what you teaching your daughter to grow up to be? Like, seriously. And if she was still around until this day, hell, she's 11 years old. So I'm just saying, like, shit, about to be 12 years old. From 3 months to 12 years, yeah, you damn right. No, ain't no local baddies about to be claiming that they no local baddies over here, because that'll be around the age where they be talking like that and stuff or whatnot. But see, that's how you know that Jasmine's not monitoring no type of social media that she claims that she's monitoring either, because that's also something that I will be monitoring if my daughter was still coming around. Or if I could get her and she could come around, she wouldn't be able to do the things that she's normally used to do, if the things that I don't know. And she would just have to be upset and be mad, but no, no, ma'am. Like she would have to do childlike things. If her mother allowed her to do grown-up things at her house, then hey, we would have to talk about that. And if she wouldn't like it, then I mean, hey, I'm just telling you, like, listen, you know, you have to be a little young lady. I don't believe letting children grow up before that time. Just like I don't believe that children should sit amongst adults when they're having adult conversations, because that causes them to act like an adult, be too grown. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I seen some sick ass shit. I don't know if y'all seen it. I can't even recall. I was just scrolling down this YouTube and I seen something. And I was meaning to go back to it, but I was so sickened by what I saw. It was this woman with her little bitty infant daughter. They have on some thongs. And I just, for the life of me, I don't understand why any woman would want to broadcast her infant daughter in that type of way. But these women don't give a damn as to how they exploit their children. But the baby that looked like the baby was only like 3 months old or something like that in that area, not nowhere near 6 or nowhere, nothing like that, had on a thong. And she posed for a picture with her infant child like that. And she also had on one too, but she was sitting down, but the baby was standing up. You could see the baby's whole backside. Like, what kind of shit do these women be on when it comes to these kids? What kind of shit does these women be on when it comes to these children? Like, this is the type of shit that y'all be on when it comes to y'all's kids. I wouldn't dare post no shit, repost no shit like that. You see all types of weird ass shit when it comes to social media. That's why I don't understand how come these women be doing the things that they be doing, or these men either. But anything for a click and a view, I guess. Oh yeah, that baby was definitely under 6 months. Most definitely. I seen the shit, and I wasn't gonna keep looking at it. I wasn't even try to see what was what, because that was enough for me. That picture alone was enough for me. Y'all may see it. I'm sure it's viral. It has to be, because that shit right there, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all don't care what goes viral with y'all's kids. Yeah, they both were dressed alike. You seen them, Ms. Grable? Like, what kind of stuff is that? Is that how you got to get your shit? Like, for real? By using, like, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's exactly why I continue to keep talking about these women that I talk about. I don't care how repetitive somebody think that it is or not. This shit is important to bring awareness to, because there's not just women like them. There's more women that's like, there's not just women. They're not the only women. There's more women that's just like them. And awareness needs to be brought to, because you hear every day more, all day, every day in different states about the sick ass shit that be going on because of all types of weirdos. But yes, they both were dressed alike. And that child was under 6 months, yes. That baby was standing up. It was visible, like they're sitting in front of a mirror. She's sitting on the bed with the baby standing in front of her. And they are dressed alike, and they both have on a thong bathing suit. Like, what's cute about that? What's wrong with letting a child be a child? What's wrong with letting a child be a child? What's wrong with that? Why does these women sit here and do the things that they do? I don't understand. I never would understand. But I guess if that's the way that you want to go about it with your kids, and so be it. But when you're on something public and you see people that are watching all over the world, don't be mad and don't be feeling some type of way when people are going to say and do what they do when it comes to their channels, when they upload their content and have opinions and thoughts that they want to express with the shit that y'all be putting up on y'all's channels or whatever. Like, come on now. Do better. Yes, Bella. That is correct. I'm sure you'll see it. I'm sure y'all be able to tell me that y'all seen what I'm talking about. But that's just ridiculous. That's just like Jasmine worried about what Chris's daughter is doing over there with Alexis, instead of what Caitlin is doing right there in her own house with her. Does that make any sense to y'all, for her to be worried about somebody that's outside of her house, but the little girls is inside of her house have access to tablets and phones now, and she's not even monitoring anything that they do, but she's worried about what somebody is not monitoring what their child is doing? Look at Emma. Yeah, don't take that back off. Here, let me see. Let me put it back on. You got to stop taking it off, okay? Yeah. It's supposed to stay on so that you can put your food inside of it. If you keep taking it off, you won't be able to put your food inside of it. Your food will keep falling down. Let me make sure it's not upside down. Okay, go ahead. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's something definitely mentally off with that chick, and any chick that will sit up there and do that with their child, period. But this is the way of what's been going on. So, all kind of crazy, weird-ass shit. But, yeah, with a child, no. I was just wondering, like, what would be your purpose of doing that? But, hey, these females do all kind of stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to, if you're going to have your kids on these phones and on these tablets or any type of device to where they're having access to the internet and you're not watching what they're doing, then yeah, something that's most definitely wrong with you, because there's all types of weirdos and all types of creeps and stuff on this internet, so it's best that you do be watching out. I done had to block so many things from my son's devices because he's done even tried to order stuff with my car. And I'm like, listen here, you keep on, I'm just going to have to take you on off the phone, period, because homeboy been doing a little bit too much. He sure have. Yeah, she's sitting up there worried about Paris, but she should be worried about Caitlin and what Caitlin got going on that phone and on that tablet. Like I said, she got devices back there uploading content, and she's supposed to be so good with editing, and she wasn't taught. So how do you know that she's not doing other things that you're not even sitting up there paying attention to? If they're locked off in their rooms, just like she took a picture of them in the room, Amaya and the twins sitting off in the room. Didn't see Caitlin off in there, but I those three off in there. And that's just basically what their life consists of when they're there in the house with her. That's another thing. Like, that's another thing that stunts their growth. They have no type of interaction with their own mother. So how are they able to even work on their speech when nobody is even speaking to them until they go to school? That's the only time they get some type of interaction is when they're at school. That's when somebody actually speaks to them. Other than that, when they go home, she's not too much holding no conversations. She probably not even sitting down doing no homework with them or anything like that. I bet you she'll start doing content doing that now, since I done said something. Have you seen all of her stuff? I haven't, I think I did see that one video, Bella, where she had that I think like a half crop top and some like a little skirt, meaning that like it was a skirt with shorts up on under it, like so it was a skirt with a little tank top. Me personally, I wouldn't dress my daughter like that at all. No, I wouldn't. Okay, and I could see that being taken as if, because you don't know, it's a lot of shit that be going on over there. Yeah, and it's in the tickety tockety land over there. So yeah, I wouldn't be having my daughter dressed like that, but she dresses her daughter like that, and I don't know if she's still dressing like that or if she's still online doing that, because I haven't went to go see, and I'm not going to either. But yeah, me personally, no. Yeah, she's basically a free spirit. She is. You could tell she is just by the way she was dressed and the way that she had her hair. So yeah, you could tell that she really has a really different personality, and there's nothing wrong with her having a different personality or her being like her mom at all. But as far as the way she dressed, if it's a little bit too much for a child, as far as like showing too much body, then yeah, I do agree with that. I do. Yeah, I don't care to see that picture either. Not nothing like that pertaining to anything like that. No, ma'am, not at all. Oh, she did, Bella. See, yeah, I'm not following her, and I don't plan on it or anything like that either. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that or whatever, whatnot. But she needs to be careful. Her mother needs to be careful with the way that she is dressing, if she is dressing like that. Um, because there is some crazy people. Like you can't control, nor can you fight the internet, and you don't know who's watching. You know, people could have profile pictures, and you may think that that's who they are. It could be a fake profile picture. The names that they have could be fake names. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. There's 124 people watching. If my camera was on, I wouldn't know who all of y'all are watching. You know, people are comfortable with opening up their homes and their rooms and things like that. Me myself personally, I feel like that's invasion of my privacy, so I just couldn't and wouldn't do it. But to each his own, you know, for the ones that do, you know. But yeah, I'm not gonna follow nothing like that as far as no child. I have no like, you know, or whatever. But if she is dressing like that or whatever, then yeah, that needs to. She might need to tell her that she needs to put on more clothes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a child been able to express themselves, but they need to only express themselves to a certain extent for their age, you know, for their ages. So yeah, too much showing too much body or whatever. Yeah, that's too much for me. I wouldn't allow my daughter to do anything like that. No. Mm-mm. And anything that my daughter is doing on social media, she would have to be old enough to do it. Let's just be clear. So my daughter wouldn't be under the age on social media posting any damn thing, whether I be monitoring it or not. Do you understand me? My child would have to understand. This also goes for my boys as well. There will be no social medias until you understand the ins and out of what social media, what the internet, and all of those things are. And if you just can't get with it to understand it, then I don't feel the need for you to be on it. So no, I'm not gonna condone it. No. Um, I think that children need to be children. Like I said, that's why there's so many grown kids around here, because they have grew up so fast due to the fact of the parenting that they have received. And it's not their fault. You can't fault the kids for it. They only mimic what they see. Learn and taught behavior is what it is, because you are the first teachers at home. That's why y'all see that I'm not trying to curse as much as y'all know that I normally do. I've been trying to pipe down on that. I'm trying to keep these live streams monetized, okay? All in the green. We don't want no yellows, and we definitely don't want no reds, and we definitely don't want no channels to not have no ads, okay? So yeah, we're keeping the PG-13 as much as we can. Plus, my children are around here, and you know, don't want them to be repeating what I be saying. I told y'all Jalen has echolalia, so he repeats everything that he hear sometimes, okay? But he doesn't be. I don't allow him to be around her cursing and stuff like that. But yeah, kids they should dress appropriate, just like things should be appropriate for kids' ages, like social media. That's just my opinion. Other people may want their kids on social media. They may not see nothing wrong with it. But me, myself personally, I will not create a social media account or let my children create a social media account until they know the ins and out of what social media brings. That's why a lot of children or a lot of grown ass kids choose to look at other people's lives, not knowing what other people's lives consist of, and they hate off of it, not knowing that people could be going to sleep crying at night or not sleeping at all, get knocked upside their head. You know, you got people that portray their lives to be something that's not over the internet. So you got people that get jealous and envious, just not knowing what they could be going through. So that's why you should not only. That's why you should not try to compare yourself or your lives to other people. But with the social media shit, with these grown kids on the internet and these kids on here, you know, they see other kids, you know, doing things that they may not be able to do due to their mothers or their fathers not being able to do it for them, and that causes them to be depressed or something. Then you got women that may be single, that may see women that are in relationships or that may be married, that may be thinking that their relationship, just because they portray it to be over the internet, that is perfect, and it's not. They could be getting knocked up beside their head, but you sitting up there looking at it and you thinking that their life is perfect, not knowing what they go through from day to day. So, you know, with the social media shit, you just got to be careful with it. So if your child's mind is not old enough to know what they may experience over the internet, I don't think they should be old enough to be on it. especially to have some type of social media account. But hey, who am I to tell people how to raise their kids? I only give my opinions, and I'm not here trying to convince anybody to do anything different. You either choose to use it or you don't. That's totally up to you. I mean, make your life harder if that's what you want to. I mean, that's all I got to say. But everybody can teach you something. I mean, you never know. Anybody can teach you something, no matter what their position is, no matter what they may be in their life. You never know. Somebody may go through something, may have went through something, or know someone. And like I said, you may be able to learn from it if that's what you choose to do. But some people choose to be stacked and stuck in it. Yeah, stuck on stupid. Ain't that right, Olivia? Ain't that what you said? Ain't that what I said? Yeah, those are the ones that are doing the hindrance over there for these people. It's a lot of hindering going on and no helping. And that's why these kids are going to be raised the way that they're being raised. Okay? It's nothing wrong with a single mother feeling like she wants to be loved by a man, but it's something wrong with the woman that feels like she can't live without one. That's for damn sure. If I need to run it back, I will. There's nothing wrong with the woman that wants to be loved by a man, but there's definitely something wrong with the woman that can't live without one, or that feel like they can't live without one, meaning that you have to have one every single time you turn around. You cannot be by yourself to save your life. What happened to Olivia saying that she was just trying to work on herself and that she wasn't worried about a man, but every time you turn around, she's talking about another man and another man and another man and another man and another man. Never about her children more than she talks about her man. I guarantee you, if you put as much energy into getting your kids back and setting goals for that, then you wouldn't have as much energy as you do to get on here and talk about the reactors and talk about things that you're so supposedly not be bothered by. Like, come on now. Like, let's just be real and let's just be clear. There's no self-love, and that's supposed to be what it is, If people really love themselves like they claim that they do, then they wouldn't get on here trying to show and prove to people that they don't know or people that they do know. You would just go on with your content, If you feel like somebody with me that just has 1,300 subscribers and you have 52K subscribers hating off of you because I'm trying to be where you at, why would you even pay me any attention? Like, why would you? Is it because what I'm saying ruffle your feathers in some type of way, shape, or form when they shouldn't? If what I'm saying is true or what I'm saying, if there's no pressure, there should not hold. No, there shouldn't be no weight if there's no pressure. You understand? But since they get in their feelings, that's how you know it's truth. Mm-hmm. It's truth. Whether it be harsh or not, there's people that take it light on y'all asses and y'all still don't listen. So that just goes to show that this is the life that they want to live and the life they will continue to keep living. And it will involve their children. So all of this can be a learning experience. It doesn't necessarily have to be on some nitpicking type shit unless if that's the way that you see it. If that's the way they perceive it, then I mean your mind don't expand farther than what it should. But yeah. This is just a learning experience. This is for educational purposes, okay? Never put a man before your children. Never put a man before yourself or God. Like, come on, let's just be very clear. Those things you should never do. Never put a man before God, your children, or yourself, okay? Never, ever do that. Never neglect your kids and have more that you cannot take care of or that you can't afford. Don't take advantage of people because you know that you can. That's not right. Because you reap what you sow. It's people that really they really do have good hearts. And if they see that you might need a little help, they might want to help you or whatever. But don't be finessing people when you know that you shouldn't. There's people that probably know you are receiving, and you're taking advantage of people because you know that just because you know that you can don't mean that you should. That's why the many of years that I've been on here, for the few years that I've been on here, people have asked me to drop Cash App. They also have told me to go get a P.O. box. Me personally, I don't feel like taking things from strangers or people that I do not know. And if I can't do nothing for you, I don't want you to do anything for me because I'm that type of person. And I'm a grown ass woman. Not to mention, I had these kids. So I'm not going to get on her panhandling and asking people to do anything for me or them. They're not a charity case, nor am I. Regardless as to how you feel, what you want to speculate or assume or whatever, you could do what you want to. But yeah, as a grown woman, you have to learn that you have to stand on your own 10 when you have kids and be responsible and take accountability for your decisions and do what you're supposed to, you know. So all of this is a learning experience, especially when they got these young girls like Olivia. You could tell some of those girls is young as hell. I know that I have some young women that are watching my channel that may just start having kids or may have had kids when they were 18, 17, or whatever the case may be. Don't be a woman to put a man before your kids and have a man running you, telling you what to do. Don't lose yourself in nothing or no situation or nobody. And remember, it's your body. You control it. Therefore, you don't have to have 10 and 15 kids that you cannot afford to take care of. You can stop them whenever you want to. Sure can. It's called a tubal ligation or contraceptives or something. Don't ever bite more off than you can chew. Don't be trying to live above your means so that you ain't got to worry about getting evicted and have to worry about running from here, there, and everywhere with your children. So no, I don't just dedicate my lives to Olivia and Jasmine. I dedicate my lives to all the women that may be watching them as well, too. Yeah. Because this shit is ridiculous. It don't even make no sense. It really don't. It don't. Whether we see them as them being public figures or influencers or not, they are, because they can influence people's minds. And I feel like if I'm going to have my platform and be able to have people to follow me, I don't want to be an ignorant bitch. And I don't want to be that bitch either. I want to be somebody that can be, that can give informative information. I want to be informative. Okay. That's what I want to use my channel for. I don't believe God placed me in this position to be on this platform and use it for ignorance. Just because I see a lot of people that are choosing to do that. If you have people that are choosing to follow you, no matter how big, whether it be 10, 15 people or 20 people or whatever, you probably never would have thought that you could grasp that amount of people to be, to sit there and want to listen to what you have to say. So with that being said, I want my lives to be informative. It's not to nitpick. It's not to single these women out. However, it's to try to reach them, whether it be harsh or not, because I'm not going to kiss their asses. They talk a lot of shit. So, hey, why not talk shit back to them or about them? Why not? They do the same thing. They don't seem to mind. So if you can dish it, you should be able to take it, vice versa. So, yeah. What's up, Jennifer? Welcome to the chat. But, yeah. Got to get it together, especially when you got kids. Got to get it together. Should nobody have to walk you and tell you what to do, especially when you saying that you're so grown. Anybody can claim to be grown, but it's what you do when you're grown. And I just don't feel like grown-ass people that say that they're grown should keep having kids knowing that that's expensive. It's expensive to have children because you have to take care of them. You have to be able to afford them. And when they're in need, you got to see to it that you their needs are met, not neglected. Okay? So, yeah. These are for, this could be for anybody. It don't have to just be for them. They the only ones feel singled out because they don't want to listen to what nobody have to say. Because everybody is hating. What's up, Marilyn? Welcome to the chat. Everybody is hating. That's what they said. But it takes experience. Experience is the best teacher for some people. It's sad that some people have to keep going through the same shit. But I guess that's sad that you have to keep going through the same things in order to you have to keep going through the same things repetitively and repeatedly to learn something because you didn't learn the first time. That's really sad because some people pick up on it and some people don't. Sometimes it does take people longer than others, but don't use that shit as an excuse. Don't say that people are using my trials and my tribulations against me, or people are using my mistakes against me now, because it's a pattern. There's no mistakes that's been made here. These are straight patterns from grown ass women that are choosing to keep doing what they doing because they love the attention. It's simple. I know. It's simple. Stop throwing stuff, child. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, stop throwing your toys now. If I step on the Lego, your Lego's gonna make it to a new place, and it's gonna be called a trash can, okay, sir? Because that hurt. No. Don't tell me no. Thank you, Miss Grable. I appreciate the support from all of you. I do. But yeah, advocating for the kids over here. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't have anything personally against these women other than them being some piss poor parents, okay? That's what makes it so sad. Really sad. Every single day I'm scrolling and I'm looking at all of these sad ass stories. All types of bad things are happening every single day in all of these different states all over the world. And you would think that these women would take heed, like, and really pay attention to what be going on, but no, they don't. It's like, I don't want to be by myself. I have to have a man. What about letting a man come find you when you didn't had all these trouble with finding one? You should probably let somebody come find you for once in a while. Just being by yourself. There's nothing wrong with being by yourself, loving yourself. Because when you jump from one relationship to another relationship, you become a bag lady. Okay? You are just packing up the same shit that you left from one relationship to the other, and with the same person, but it's the same situation, different person. So it's like you never left the last relationship that you were in. So you got to unpack before you pack up again sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just because you see somebody else and you may think that they happy, who is to say that they really are? You don't know that for sure. But when you're a simple-minded bitch like Jasmine, she's going to take whatever she can get. And that's exactly why Christopher is around right now. Oh, no. That's exactly why we've been seeing and hearing him in the background. She's really trying to convince us in Medusa that he loves her so much. Yeah, okay. That's why he was pushing your ass off to the side when he was live that day. He didn't even want her in the camera view. She had to move the camera her way so that she could be in the view with him, so that she could talk. And then she kept saying, "Oh, you guys, I'm sorry, I had to go and do this for Legendary real quick." That's what took me so long. Like, people was really waiting for her. No, we was waiting for him to speak his truth that he never spoke. That's what we was waiting for. That's exactly what we was waiting for. We never got that, though, because he had no truth to speak. That was just all clickbait title, just like Jasmine's was just a minute ago. That's all that was. Clickbait, clickbait, clickbait. Yeah, even if it's a lie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She keeps saying that she's taking these breaks, y'all. Girl, you can't afford to take no breaks, so you better keep uploading these videos, honey. You got to keep that money rolling in. You sure do. Especially if you're talking about creating more bills for yourself. That's the dumbest thing that you could ever do. That really is. It's a lot of people that are out here living above their means, trying to keep up with other people around them. Not everybody's pockets is the same, so therefore you should live the way that you know that you can live and afford to live. So then you don't have to worry about getting shit repossessed or evicted, or you won't have to worry about those type of things. But you have to worry about those type of things when you live way above your means and try to match other people's money that you ain't even got. Like going to go get expensive ass houses, or create more bills than you can pay, or whatever. Yeah, And then why work yourself to just pay bills? Basically, all your money is going towards your bills and nothing more. You can't do nothing for yourself or your kids because you're working just to pay bills. So basically, you're working from check to check, basically. Just like you would be on a 9-to-5 if it was a dead-end job. Mm-hmm. Check to check. especially if he's coming in here taking, if he's going over there taking her money. Well, not actually taking her money, her giving it to him, because he ain't taking shit. She's giving it. She's willingly giving it to him. Like, come on. 20K is what she said she was making. Oh, girl. If you are making 20K, or if you want us to believe that you are making 20K, then honey, I'm trying to tell you, there is no way in hell that you should be moving the way that you're moving if you're making 20K on this thing. Because if you are, honey, you should have something really to show for it. You really should. But I guess you feel like you have something to show for it because those 2 cars that you got, the one that you got for him and yourself or whatever or whatnot, or your mama or whoever, 20K, girl. Mm-mm-mm. How you have 20K and not trying to spend with your money like you're supposed to. 20K should be able to do a lot of things. If you put your money where you're supposed to put it, save some money, invest in some money, invest in yourself, invest in your brand that you said you're trying to revamp. Yeah. So 20K, she says, whatever. If anything, people be lacing her pockets with those cash apps, especially when she get on here with those side bad stories and stuff. I apologize if the internet is going in and out because I do see the bar going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So, they be lying. If she made 20K, she needs to do something with it. That's for sure. If she do make 20K, good for her. She needs to make something show for it. That baby shouldn't have been walking around for damn near 3 months with those frizzy ass braids on their head. Your kids should not ever look toward from the floor up if you got that type of money. You got that type of bread. You got sponsorships. You got other platforms that you're making money on. Your kids should never look like that. Never, ever, 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 ever. And that's not to talk about them. I'm talking about her ass making that money and not seeing to what her kids get what they need to get. Especially when the content is them. So, yeah. Said that she's a great editor. He kept at that vlog. She called herself reading that book, so he was getting upset, honey. He took that book, closed that book, and was about to threw that book on the floor. She edited that shit out too. You're like, girl, please, you don't be reading to me, so why are you trying to act like you do all of a sudden? Give me that damn book. Legendary took that damn book, closed that book, and chunked it, honey. Straight chunked it, honey. Like, what is you doing? Girl, please. Girl, please, you don't be reading to me. What the hell is this called? What you got in my face? Talking about say rooster, say cow, say moo, say cookie. Girl, get yourself together. Get yourself together. Like, sit down with all of them children and read books to them. They all could use it. Every last one of them. Yeah, your kids are a reflection of you, period. Like, damn, if you don't know it. So, whatever your kids is not doing, however they're looking, that's all your fault. It's not theirs. Talking about say moo. You want him to say the sound and all types of shit. And I'm just like, you know what? This girl right here is a trip. She really is. She is indeed a trip. Talking about, you guys, I just decided to take a break. I needed a much needed break from YouTube. Girl, you need a break from yourself. Yeah, they need to stop him from throwing stuff. He can't go to no type of daycare or no type of nothing like that doing that type of shit. That shit ain't cute. He needs to know what to throw and when and what to throw and when to throw it. Those are not balls that he be throwing, and ain't nobody playing catch with him. So therefore, he don't need to just be picking up shit, chunking it. He don't give a damn. He'll chunk something at our face like, oh my God, he hit me in the face, guys. The stop him while he's is early intervention is very good for you to do. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, you want me to take it, Olivia? Okay. Let's see. It might be really stuck. Here you go. What you supposed to say?
D.
Say what?
Listen.
No, thank you.
You are just.
No, thank you. You supposed to say thank you. I'm supposed to say welcome.
Okay.
Say thank you. No, say thank you, boy. Jalen play too much. I said say thank you. He kept saying you welcome. You welcome. You welcome. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, thank you. No. Yeah, he kept saying you welcome. You welcome. Yeah, he a trip. What's up, mysterious? Welcome to the chat. He said, "You welcome. You welcome." I told him to say thank you. He came in here with his Lego. It was stuck together. He couldn't get it apart. So he said he wanted me to help him. So both of their devices is coming in. So I'm happy about that, y'all. I believe Tristan's will be here first though, and then Jayla's will come after his. They both were approved for both of their devices, so they'll be able to communicate that way.
Daddy.
What are you talking about, Jayla? Mommy's about to get off here in a second.
Daddy.
Here in about 15 minutes or something like that, maybe less. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, he a trip, y'all.
What he did?
Mm-hmm. But everybody knows that, yeah, like I was telling y'all, as far as Olivia goes or whatever, they told her that she can no longer get on here and talk about the situation in regards to her and the kids and Gerard. That's good because it's about that time that she stopped talking, for real. And that does not mean Jalen, he's 4. My oldest boy is 7. And those are only two boys. They're the only 2 kids that I have, and only 2 kids I'm gonna have, honey. Okay, my tubes are tied now. Tied, honey. I got them tied right after that second baby was born. That baby, the last one. So yeah, just these 2, 7 and 4. And honey, it's like I got 10 kids. But yeah, they're gonna get their devices pretty soon. So I'm looking forward to that. I was really excited last week when I found out. But yeah, shop is definitely closed, sweetheart. I had preeclampsia while pregnant with both of my sons. My oldest was born at 37 weeks, and Jalen was born at 35 weeks. Neither one of them have to go to the NICU. I just had bad blood pressure problems. But yeah, those are my babies, my 2 boys. Honey, there's something else. But hey, I love them. I love them, love them, love them, honey. Girl, yeah, they keep me busy, especially when we in therapy, honey. They've been doing real good in therapy, so I'm happy about that. They've been doing real good, so that's a blessing. My oldest has been doing real good at school, so that's been good too. When he hasn't been sick, honey, he's been doing really good. So yeah, y'all, I wanted to get on here and talk to y'all. I told y'all I was gonna be going live more often, and I do mean that or whatever. So just make sure y'all have your notifications set so that y'all know when I do go live. I don't ever want to set a time because sometimes y'all already know I may come live and I may not. So I don't ever want to set a time unless I know for certain that I'm coming, for sure. So just make sure y'all have y'all's bells ringing. If you are new, welcome. I do appreciate it. If you have been rocking and rolling, you know what's up. I love y'all. I do appreciate the support. I really do. But yeah, let's just hope that these women can start doing what mothers do. You know, especially if they want to be, if they're in the mommy sector, they supposed to do mommy shit or whatever. You know, not just for the internet, not just for entertainment, but really do it. You know. So thank you, Black Butterfly. I do appreciate it. You know, Start doing things for them like they're supposed to as real mothers. You shouldn't have to be told what to do, and you damn sure as a mother shouldn't have to give validation. Like, I don't tell y'all I'll do these things for my kids for y'all to tell me, good job, I'm proud of you. They're grateful to have a good mom like you. I appreciate all of that. I really do, because I don't hear that as much. Not that I feel like I should or anything. I hear that from the people that I need to hear from, but not as often or as much. So I appreciate you guys, but to be a grown ass woman to feel like you have to get validation for being a mother or even being a father, that's really sad. You should just do it because you're supposed to. I don't know if you want flashing lights or not, sir, but listen, you're not paying no light bill around here, so stop playing with my light, please, and thank you. Jalen, what are you doing? Are you having a party in the hallway?
Sorry.
Yeah, okay, stop doing that, son. You don't have to be sorry, just stop. He said, sorry. And it's sorry, baby. I got to get him to start saying, like, when he say hello, he say hello. So we got to work on that. And then when he says sorry, he says sorry. So we working on that too, y'all. Working on a lot around here. Trying to get it together. And it's the work. It takes a lot of work. But, you got to do what you got to do. And, yeah. So hopefully, like I said, these women can get themselves together, but I don't see it happening. It seems like people are stuck in their ways and they like what they got going on. So it is what it is. Speech therapy. Oh yeah, speech therapy, occupational therapy, all types of stuff, girl. Yeah. Yeah, both of my children go to speech and occupational therapy, honey. And honey, they need to be going honey, and they need to be going to behavioral therapy sometimes too, honey. Hopefully I don't get copy strike by that, but if I do, it is what it is. Hopefully I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hello?
What's up?
I can hear.
Who are you talking to?
Yes.
Are you on your you on your phone?
Okay.
Who you want, G? Okay, well, call and see if she's busy at work or something. But yeah, y'all. Hopefully everybody has a good day, because I'm about to be going ahead getting off of here. But if I see anything else, let me see what I see. If I see something, I'll come back on here, maybe. If not tonight, I'll be back on here tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have something to talk about. I've been seeing a lot of stuff that I could talk about, to be really honest with y'all. But before I get on here and start speaking, before I start getting on here speaking on something, what, baby? Before I get on here and start speaking on something or whatever, I need to make sure I do some research on some things. So, but yeah, I hope it help guys turn. Make sure I put for entertainment and educational purposes. This live was for educational purposes, entertainment. Okay. So make sure you guys stay into the next live streams. Okay, I will be live, like I said, probably tomorrow if I don't come back tonight. But yeah, I'm definitely going to make sure I play my disclaimer up in this thing before I get up out of here. Okay, I definitely do need to. All right, y'all. So, like I said, just make sure y'all have y'all's bells ringing. If I see something or whatever, I probably will come back and have a little chit chat later on. So make sure y'all have your notifications set, and I'll holler at y'all the next time. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll holler. Say bye, Jalen.
Bye.
Say see you later.
See you later.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.